Hey guys, and welcome back once again to the channel. My name is D-Free, and for today's video, we have an announcement for the upcoming Zenkai on Dragon Ball Legends. Hope you guys enjoy. Hit the thumbs up and subscribe. And if you guys want to see me cover this character pre-Zenkai, if you want to see a video showcasing him, because I've been doing a lot of those characters, Majin Buu Saga, be sure to hit that thumbs up goal of 800. So help us hit our goal, and we'll do a video. So first thing I'll say before we actually do that is there was an announcement for a new tag, Goku and Vegeta. And if you want to see the video that I put out on that, check it out. Link is down below. And other than that, who's the new Zenkai? Well, let's let Toshi say it. So, Super Saiyan 2 Goku.
Super Saiyan 2 Goku is getting a Zenkai awakening. This is the episode campaign Majin Buu Saga Z after all. So, to follow on from the recent Majin Vegeta, another Majin Buu Saga character is getting a Zenkai awakening. The Zenkai ability will target characters that are both Element Yellow and episode Majin Buu Saga Z. That means that it will even apply to characters such as Ultra Super Vegito, so definitely try out teams with these two characters. You'll be able to earn Awakening Z power from the Battle Gauntlet and missions, so don't.
Alright, so the first thing I want to say is I don't really recall them doing too many Zenkai buffs that offer to an episode, do they? I don't think that they do, and if they don't, that's huge because, well, for the record, they should have added a tag in when they released Pui Pui to give Dabura something, but that's huge for a character like Dabura that doesn't have access to stuff. Like, if this was a blue Zenkai character from that episode and they made it Majin Buu Saga, Dabura would technically have access to a Zenkai buff for the first time. But he doesn't. Anyway, maybe Red Dabura does. I don't think so. Well, he's an EX, so he has other ones. Okay, moving on. So Super Saiyan 2 Goku. For the record, I think this is only like our second Super Saiyan 2 Goku in the game, right? Yeah, there's the EX. No, 3. Okay, there's a free one. There's the EX one. Shout out to EX because he was actually okay for a while. And then there was this one. Okay, so Super Saiyan 2 is drastically underrated in this game. Very, very little respect. So this guy is a defense type character, so that's the first thing you need to know. He was a character that had the cover cut, I believe, and he could actually cut a decent amount off. So let's see how his stats were pre-Zenkai. So currently he's at old characters. Oh my god, 210,000, 211 on attack at 14 star, level 5,000, fully soul boosted. 156,000 defenses. Oh man, that's very bad. Restores own health by 30%. Cancels enemies attribute upgrades. Interesting. Very uncommon effect for an old character. Very, very, very uncommon effect for an old character. The first old character that I can remember that really had this effect and really excelled with it was LF Super Vegito, because he was super relevant. This guy never really was all that relevant, partly because of the Z ability, which, by the way, the Z ability obviously isn't going to change, unfortunately, so going to be kind of tricky using him on some teams. All right, so let's see what else he has here. Plus 30% strike damage inflicted for 15 counts when faced with a Vegeta. Okay. Reduces damage received by 40% when changing cover. Plus 20% damage inflicted. And plus 3 sub count when activated. So this is most likely getting removed. They've been doing a good job of taking this off of modern characters. Basically, what this does is that when you use cover cut, there was a penalty. There was a bonus, like you would get the damage or whatever it would have applied to it too. But there was a penalty. So your character would take 3 counts longer to come back the next time they switch out. You definitely don't want that. So they've been taking it off. So other than that, the blue card just does plus 20% damage inflicted. This one right here, not bad. Cancels allies downgrades, not bad. But strike damage inflicted as well here. So it doesn't really do anything. He's just an old character that just kind of doesn't really do anything. However, I will say I've been showcasing a lot of old characters. And there are still some that actually still do some stuff. Like, they'll have a little bit of utility. This guy, I mean, at best, he's cover cutting. But he doesn't really do anything else. So what would I like to see added to him? First and foremost, it would be huge if this health restoration turns into an ally heal. Now, I know that they just produced that on Majin Vegeta, so it's probably unlikely as that's the case. But if it's not going to turn into an ally heal, this jumping to like 45 or 50% for himself would also be amazing. There's a couple other Gokus in the game that have a crazy high healing margin like that, and they're both from GT, I believe. But yeah, they have like 40 or 50%, and they heal a ton. So that would be amazing for this guy. So that's the first thing I want to see. Canceling enemies upgrades, I'm cool with that. That's still, like I said, very powerful effect and very especially powerful back then. Other than that, I would like to see him get some more damage added here. I think that's a mandatory thing. And if they want to make him more more predicated on using his special move, they could allow for him to draw that and get the key for that as well too. However, I don't really think that's going to wind up happening. You know what they'll probably do? They'll give him this stuff here, probably improve the health. They may not improve it, for the record. 30% is still a good amount. They'll also probably give either one of two things: a disrupt, where it's like enemy cost changes, things like that, sub count changes on enemy, whatever, a disruption effect, or they could potentially give this guy the ability to reduce sub count on allies. That would be amazing, right? That would be amazing if they gave him that. I'm going to talk about that in just a second, because there's another avenue they can give him the ability to reduce sub count. That would be amazing. All right, so plus 30% strike damage inflicted against Vegeta's. This is just okay. Just make it general damage, I guess, but this is whatever. So he needs the whole kit. So like I said, let's move to the next unique. This is getting removed. The +3 that has to go. I don't mind. I don't mind the rest of this. Excuse me. If you want to see the cut go up to 50, that would be amazing too. However, 40% is still an okay number for how old he is. In fact, the Zenkai Awakening, they probably just don't really change it. So they're obviously going to add in more stuff, and they're going to add in 2 other unique abilities. First and foremost, he needs the typical, you guessed it, on entry, gain damage, key, and whatever else. He needs that. I would like to see them add draw speed on him, just so he can do something. I know he's a defense type character, but defense type characters have to have the ability to produce offense, obviously. So I'd like to see him have that, because as it stands, I mean, he doesn't really have that. Like, there's not a lot of damage buffs, etc. I also would like to see him add in more abilities in here for defense. Another 20% cut would be really nice as well. That would be amazing for when he enters the battlefield. Another 20% cut. Now, I'd have to go back and double check it, but I know that he jobbed this match. Like, he could obviously. My in-series explanation is that Toriyama hadn't thought of it yet. But in hindsight, Goku could have gone SS3 and won this match, and Vegeta obviously winds up getting mad about that later. So what do you think they should give him? Do you think they should give him some sort of defeated buff? I think that if they gave him a defeated buff, that would actually pair very nicely with Majin Vegeta, because the Majin Vegeta Zenkai we just got has abilities in his kit where I thought he should have got a defeated buff, by the way, where he has last man standing stuff, which also kind of makes sense, because he knocks out the kids and stuff like that, and makes them leave. So he was the last man, so I get it. So you can give this guy defeated buffs, because Goku does go down just prior to that fight with Majin Vegeta and Buu. So that would work too, and it would work really well for that Vegeta and make him better. But I also think that there's another avenue that they could take, like I said a moment ago, where Goku has this playstyle where he can enter a lot quicker. There are some other Gokus in the game that have some similar stuff, but I would like to see him take a page from a lot of the Vegeta family characters of 2021-ish, where they were reducing sub count and stuff like that, like when allies are getting hit. In fact, actually, I think Blue Trunks has that, doesn't he? The newer Blue Trunks, where when allies are getting hit, his sub count goes down. That's something I would like to see this Goku have, added to his kit, so he could pop in and proverbially save Vegeta a little bit sooner if Vegeta needs help defensively. So that's one thing I would like to see. Now, I don't really know how much of that they'll do. It's just, he's such an old character that he has such a wide array of things they could do. Like, he's not a character like Vegeta was, Majin Vegeta, that was predetermined to play a certain way. Like, when Majin Vegeta got his Zenkai, I said, okay, he needs this, and they gave him all those things, because it was very clear what Majin Vegeta needed. Like, he needed the ability to force draw greens. He couldn't sit there and wait for random green cards to appear in his hand and then enter and then use them. That's too much. He needs the ability to force them into his hand. He needed the ability to do draw speed. He needed the ability to do more damage and just combo, etc. They didn't add him the main damage dealer thing and nullifying, but it is what it is. They gave him basically everything else. This Goku doesn't do anything, so he could go multiple ways. They could rework this guy like one of the last Super Saiyan, this Super Saiyan 2 here, but one of the last Super Saiyan defense type Gokus. They really, really, really gave this guy an insane buff. Oh, he's melee. They gave him an insane buff in terms of what they did for his Zenkai Awakening, but that's also because he didn't really have too much of a predefined playstyle. Like, he kind of wanted to use the green-blue stuff, but that was about it. And let's go ahead and take a look at, so like, I'm not really going to talk about this. I don't think they'll do anything to this. This is probably just going to stay as it is. Maybe it turns to 25 or 15 counts instead of 10, but they're not really going to change this. I like this here. Cancels allies attribute downgrades. That's solid. I'm cool with that. Plus strike damage, whatever. But there's more opportunity here. This, for one, can give him back some ki, 20 ki at least, because it's costing 20 freaking 5. Well, it goes down to 21. But anyway, it costs him a lot of ki. Give him back 20. That's fine. And then they also can make this draw a card for him. Like it depends on what they do to his playstyle, but it could draw another strike card or whatever. That would be really nice, comboing that with the strike damage here. And speaking of the damage, 25 counts is solid. However, I would like to see it just change to just general damage, no strike specific. But if they do keep the strike specific, make it 20% at minimum. But I think probably 25 is best. 25 or 25 sounds good to me. And yeah, I think there's more opportunity to be added here to the green. So we'll see ultimately what they do for him. Like I said, if you want to see a showcase for this guy, I'd be willing to do it if we hit our goal, but he's not. I was going to do a Super Saiyan 2 showcase, but I was going to do one of the other two. I wasn't going to do, like, I thought about Yellow. I was like, oh, he's like the original, you know what I'm saying? His animations were so clean before they got reused. But he's so bad. So help us at our like goal of 800. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take it easy.